mentioned in an earlier video, oral contracts are generally oral or written. The majority of contracts on the face of this earth are oral. For example, you are going from here to Yaba, you cannot enter into a written contract with the bus conductor. Having said that, before you enter into any contract, you must ensure that you watch out for vitiating elements of a contract. Vitiating elements are things that will happen or the court will consider and will consider an otherwise okay contract and throw it out nevertheless. For example, if you enter into a contract with a minor in our own country is a person that is less than 18. Sometimes they construe it to be persons that are less than 21. The only kind of contract you can enter into with a minor is a contract for necessaries. For example, food. And when I say food, I don't mean a meal from Golden Gate restaurant. I mean pop-off, buns. If the child doesn't eat it or if the minor doesn't eat it, the minor might die. Those kind of contracts. You don't buy an O2 bottle of water for the child that's worth $200. You give the child pure water. The child enters into a contract with you and buys pure water or basic water, then that is enforceable against the minor. You must also ensure that the person has to be ad idem with you. Ad idem with you means that the person's mind fully understands the nature of the transaction. For example, if a person is drunk or a person is otherwise intoxicated, maybe with drugs, so you cannot say, this person after all is an adult, a 30-year-old adult. But you saw that the person doesn't even have capacity to understand the nature of the transaction and he still went ahead with the transaction with that person. Sorry, even though the contract would have been valid, the court will say it has been stained by the vitiating element. There's also the concept of mistake. There's also the concept of misrepresentation. Mistake is one vitiating element that people usually want to take advantage of cheaply. But again, the court has raised the bar so high that you can't just easily bring it. It must really, really be a mistake. And for example, a mistake would be, okay, I thought a phone is a laptop and I wanted a laptop badly because a laptop is what my own clients are asking for. And you knew that a laptop and a phone are different, nevertheless you still went ahead to ship it. So that really can mistake. We may want to argue mistake strongly, and if the court feels that okay, this party argued mistake better or this person defended mistake better, then the court can actually give in to any of the sides that argued better and either uphold the contract or tear the contract into smithereens. So that said, there's also the concept of misrepresentation, where and that really happens a lot in contract to marry, which is a video that we have dealt with earlier, where a person actually misrepresents to, for example, a married man misrepresents to a young lady, that he is not married and will be willing to marry the lady. That's serious misrepresentation, and that can vitiate the contract. And in vitiating the contract in this kind of situation, usually serious damages will most likely go to the person who is wrong. So that's why these are some of the reasons why it is not best for you to have negotiated a contract with outside and now bring the contract to your lawyer to come and see and come and endorse. Hey, lawyer, let me check these terms, whether the terms are okay, whether I'm protected. It's not the best. The best approach is to integrate your lawyer into the whole process from the beginning in order for him to be able to catch some of these things. It is easy for a lawyer to catch some of these vitiating elements if he's involved in the full process and procedure of the transaction, when it is not that you are just bringing a contract that has been prepared to him for him to come and help you either approve or edit. So these are some of the things too that will make you always have a lawyer handy before you take on anything that is significant in this life. So that said, I want to say a very big thank you for volunteering your time to listen to this video. My name is Justice Ojeno. I work for Eco Solicitors and Advocates, and it's my pleasure having you. See you in the next video.